Hi, it's Twi. Hello, everybody. Happy Thursday. Hope it's been a chill day or an exciting day. I don't know. Hope it's been a good day for everybody else. Today we have absolutely nothing special planned. We're just gonna play some Animal Crossing and hang out and chat, and I'm living for that, to be honest, because I'm not actually that tired right now, to be honest. I just need to like wake up a little bit more, you feel me? And I haven't played Animal Crossing in like a month, I think, or 3 weeks. It was 3 weeks. I looked at my last VOD. It was 3 weeks. So I have no idea if there's anything I actually like missed out on. There was a bug catching contest on a random weekend that I never did. I know that. But I mean, what were the odds that I was gonna play on a Saturday anyway? I always have cooler stuff on Saturdays. But I am curious to see what's poppin' in Twilandia. It has been quite a while, yes, since we've said hello to the villagers. I want to get more villagers. Hello, Isabel, what's up? Right now in Twilandia, it's 5:03 p.m. on July 11th, 2024. An event announcement to share. Oh, there actually is something. Ooh. Saturday again. Fishing tourney. I don't have time for a fishing tourney on Saturday. I have a Splatoon tourney on Saturday. I got a different kind of fish game to be playing, man. From 9 to 6, not a shot, but I hope that they enjoy the fishing tournament anyway. Man, that reminds me, I've been, over my break, there was a lot of times where I was at some, like, family events where none of my cousins were there. It was just all my, like, aunts and uncles and whatnot. And so I'd just be sitting in these conversations, like, just sort of idly participating in talking with all of my uncles, and they just all start talking about how much they love fishing and, like, fishing trips and stuff that they're doing. And I'm just sat there, like, yeah, nice, you know, like, just kind of nodding, like, I have no idea. Let me see. My dear Twi, the cicadas cry into the morning light, awakening the world with their cacophonous symphony. The fuck does cacophonous mean? Cacophonous definition. Involving or producing a harsh, discordant mixture of sounds. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, cicadas do be like that. Your mother cries out as well, lamenting her lack of sleep. Less sleep, more snuggles, Mom. That's a cute message. And Happy Home Academy. Things you need for day-to-day life. Think chair, table, bed, and wardrobe or closet. That'll do. Oh, they want me to actually have essential home living furniture in my house? Unbelievable. It's almost like this is supposed to be some sort of realistic simulation in some capacity. Well, what did I get? What has been bestowed upon me here? Mom's plushie? Wait, that's cute. Let me see. What is Mom's plushie? Oh, look at the little guy. Look at the little guy. How do I pet it? Yes. That does not look like petting, actually. That looks bad. Oh, well, I don't care. I'm petting the dog. I have to. Very cute. Okay. What was I even gonna say, man? I forgot. I lost my train of thought. Oh well. So what have we even been up to on this island recently? There were like those summer shell things. I don't know if I actually collected all of those. Do I still have them on me? Yeah, I have 3. I have no recollection of what the summer shells were for. I just remember that I was trying to collect them. I'm also trying to remember now if it was like a thing where you gotta craft something out of them? Maybe? I don't remember, man. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Is it just me, or is like the water more summery now than it used to be? The reflection is so nice. I had to ride the train a lot while I was visiting my family over and over. And sometimes you can get some really sweet views of the lake when you're taking the train. It's really pretty, honestly, just seeing like, cause I mean Lake Ontario is like, it's a lake, but it's more like it's such a massive body of water that, you know, there's like beaches and stuff like that, even though it's a lake and not an ocean, just because, you know, it's fucking huge. I think it's the biggest freshwater lake in the world, if I remember correctly. Ah, this is where I planted only, or no, this is where I planted. No, oh, okay, I don't know what I'm thinking, bro. Okay, how do I take out 10,000? There we go. I still remember last time I had one of these little spots and I accidentally only buried 1,000 instead of 10,000. So we're gonna get a really stingy money tree at some point. As we're walking around here, it's not gonna be nearly as good. I have one of these, right? Pond skater, I think? Pretty sure I've caught one of these guys in the water here. Have I? Hello. Boop. Pond skater? Wonder if we can do a pond ollie. I'm actually not sure if I've caught one of those. It's so weird seeing the weeds start growing again, too. I guess that's just life. That's how grass works. It is an astonishingly small amount of weeds to deal with for 3 weeks of unkept. Oh, or maybe not. Over here there's a lot. I remember I never really had to deal with stuff because, you know, I live in apartments for most of my life, but my babysitter, she had a house, and there would always be hella dandelions growing outside. And I always, as a kid, I loved dandelions when you get like the wispy looking ones. I don't know if it's just when they're older, but you can like blow it and like the I don't even know if you call them petals, but like it'll go everywhere. I always loved those, but you never get the cool ones. You always just get the yellow ones that are annoying and do nothing. Also, there's another one of those summer shells. I gotta look up what the summer shells are for, because I do not remember for the absolute life of me. I have no clue. Not a damn clue what those are for anymore. I forgot, bro. I'm just collecting everything. How full is my inventory? Oh boy, very full. There's something just therapeutic that I missed about walking around in Animal Crossing and just picking weeds. It's kind of satisfying. I wish it was that cool in real life too. Then again, I mean, I guess that's basically just gardening is the cool version of that. I've never gotten that into gardening, but you know what? My mom is a huge gardener, and it's kind of cool. Like, I went there and she had like fresh grown like basil, tomatoes, I think cucumbers, like she had hella produce right there, and some pretty flowers too. She had some nice flowers, but It's all just on like a little balcony. She just had a bunch of stuff. And I was like, that's sick. Because, you know, I remember... God, how long ago would this have been? Almost 10 years ago now, I think. Or maybe... Was it that long? I don't know. A long time ago anyway, little Twi in school was tasked with the project of growing a tomato plant and or a pepper plant. I don't remember, but I had to grow some plants, right? Some food, and my shit died. It never made it even close, I don't think. From what I remember, I did not ever end up actually getting anything, which is sad because I like eating tomatoes and peppers, but I'm way too lazy to grow that shit myself. In my modern conditions, I don't even think it would be possible. I don't think I have a windowsill that would get good enough sun. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know why I'm saying it like I would actually remember to water it, even if I wanted to do it anyway. I'm sure I could. I'd have to set reminders for myself, though. Have like a phone alarm be like, hey, go water your tomatoes, stupid. Like, that's probably what it'd come down to at a point. Okay, I need to Google Summer Shell Animal Crossing New Horizons. Okay, what do I do with this? Sells for 600 bells. Okay, so there was like a crafting recipe, I think. Can be sold for 600 bells. What was the DIY? I'm gonna check my crafting table in a sec here. I want to see what was cooking. 370 bells, yep, sure. Thank you. Goodbye, Timmy and Tommy. They're so cute, man. I will always love their store forever. Their little aprons. Such an adorable little outfit. Sometimes I wonder what it would be like if I worked somewhere that actually had, like, proper outfits. Because, like, my only job before, our dress code was just all black. Where did Mabel come from? Oh, right. He's friends with them. Oh, you sell clothes? Wait. Oh, fashion friend. Hello. Yes, yes, I would love to see what you're selling. Show me your clothes. I see a hoodie over there. Okay, so we have a worker's jacket, a heavy-duty shirt, patched knee pants, tiered skirt. A lot of this is kind of not very nice, I'm not gonna lie, but the ribboned garden hat, this is kind of cute. I'll buy that, yeah. I'll buy that. I know the entire theme of today's stream is that I have hella Animal Crossing debt, but how am I supposed to pay it off without having an absolutely fire hat? It's obviously part of the process. It's a necessity, some would say. Let me get it. Boom! Oh, look at that! It's got like pink polka dots. That's pretty cute, actually. I like that. Pink is definitely one of my favorite colors. What is... What are you holding there? Does he have a popsicle? He has a popsicle! Popsicles are canonically in this game. What's up, Biff? 7,000 push-ups a day, my man. My man, that's pretty good. I don't even know if I could get 7. I'm sure I could do 7. That's obviously too... I couldn't do 70 though. 70 would be too much. Also, what is this purple bug? I've never seen this before. Or pink? This thing looks cool. Earth boring dung beetle. Yeah, how are you gonna call him boring? And Earth, he literally looks like he's from outer space. This is like the fucking nebular galactic epic beetle. How are you gonna just call him a dung beetle? Earth boring dung beetle. That is the most insulting name you could ever give to an insect that looks that cool. Also, I just stole their bench by accident. Please take your furniture back. It was not my intention to yoink that. Who lives here? I forgot. Bo. Right. Also, money tree. Ooh. This is the one where I accidentally only planted $1,000. Fuck. Oh well. Oh, I forgot we were setting up for the KK slider concert. This is gonna be fire, dude. I'm excited. Present. Dude, I'm getting like so ADHD trapped already. Alright, what is this? What do we got? Out of the sky. It is sporty skirt. Wait. That does not look... I mean, I guess you could call that sporty. Maybe it's just because the shirt's not tucked, but it looks kind of tight on the legs for being sporty. I'm so disappointed. I actually like wearing skirts, but that is... First of all, the color, but... Maybe that's just me. I feel like I'm really picky about colors, but maybe I'm not. The problem is that 99% of the time I go clothing shopping, I am either alone or with my mom. And my mom is like... She's at that level of like old people fashion where you just start wearing crazy colors and patterns and shit. You know what I mean? And it's like, I can appreciate a good pattern, you know, or like an interesting accent color on something, but I'm not just gonna be walking around wearing a bunch of neon colored fucking crazy patterns. I'm not trying to stand out like that, you know what I mean? I like to mostly wear pretty, like, chill stuff a lot of the time. Maybe a cute graphic tee or something if I want a little extra flair or something. I don't know, I'm not very adventurous. Shell wreath, is this the thing that needed summer shell? Yes. And there's also underwater flooring. Whoa. That looks kinda cool. Well, I can make both, so I may as well, right? Let's see. Let's check it out. Underwater flooring. And then let's make a shell wreath. And then we can put it on my door. That sounds pretty tight. I feel like interior design and like decorative stuff is cool. I never got into it particularly. But it seems kind of interesting. Oh, that looks so nice on that, actually. That's cool. I like the way that the little coral things look like wreaths. Like little twigs on my door. I like it. Okay, and what was this other thing? We got underwater flooring. That sounded really crazy. I want to see how it looks. Not gonna lie, that is like 100 times more disappointing than I thought it was gonna be. Man, I thought it was gonna be like flowing water. This is just sand with rocks, bro. Just give me my blue back. I don't even care. I'm gonna just go sell it. Oh well. At least the little door wreath, I like that. You know what? I feel like I've never really seen anybody use like a wreath decoration on their doors unless it's for Christmas. Like you get one of those Christmas ones. Which, like, kind of makes sense. Because who's gonna go through the effort of putting up a wreath? But also, you know what I am surprised about is I've never seen anybody who has one of those year round. Because I feel like you walk around the neighborhood or whatever, there's always like a good, probably like 5% of people maybe, who like they'll put up their Christmas decorations and then just leave them up. Like maybe it's only for half the year and then they remember like, oh shit, it's June. Maybe I should take my fucking Christmas lights down. But sometimes they just leave them up year round. They just turn it off. They don't care, you know, they just leave it on. And in a way, I can kind of respect that, because you save all the effort next Christmas. You just have to hit the on button, and it's already done. In that same vein, though, I think I would take it a step further and just not do decorations. Not outside, at least. I don't know if we've ever done anything outside of just, like, a Christmas tree. And sometimes I laugh, because a lot of the time my parents will be the ones that put up the Christmas tree, right? and they have the same ornaments that we've had for the past like 15 years or something. So I'll see some like little like scrunchy little paper ornament that I made when I was like a few years old, like a little toddler, just up on the tree. It's like the weirdest throwback. But it's kind of funny though. It's always funny. What's up, Kiwi? How's it going? Hope you're having a good Thursday. Yeah, it's always funny to see those, like, ancient little ornaments, kinda. Because I would just draw stuff in marker on them. I remember back in... I think I might have made them in kindergarten, now that I think about it. Man, it's been so long. Holy... They would give you, like, these little cutout paper ornaments, and mine would be all, like, jagged because I was terrible at using scissors. I'm still not good at it, but... You know, I've never been good with, like, fine motor skills for the most part. I always have rough lines on everything. But I also do think art is fun. I don't sketch stuff often, but occasionally I try sketching stuff. And it's kind of fun. I've never gotten the hang of digital art, though. I haven't, like, tried a lot particularly. I have a drawing tablet somewhere, I think, but I don't know if I even still have the pen for it. I bought it years ago for Osu, and then I realized that I never learned to hold a pen properly as a child, so it was actually much more comfortable for me to just play with mouse. So I just have a drawing tablet for no reason. I'm doing good. I haven't done too much today. I did a little editing. I was lurking some streams. I was doing a little Splatoon practice. I was grinding last night because, you know, tournament day in 2 days on Saturday. Wait, I should show you guys this. I don't know if any of us have actually posted it anywhere, but we have a cute little team card that got put in the team chat. Let me see. I also don't know if Rita's using these or not, because Rita's tournament. Look at this chat. Look, it's team warm-up game. We named our team warm-up game for the tournament. It's gonna be really stupid, I think. But in the top right is these are all my new friends that I met from the tournament. The top right is my friend Nivu. His name is Stellar Nebula. He's really cool. Top left is Toasty Luca. Luca's really cool. She's nice. And bottom left is Zenith. And she is very cool and also like an actual Splatoon player. So it's been really cool, actually, teaming up with someone who is like well versed in the game, because I used to play a decent bit. What was that? Hold on. A spider was hiding itself as like a present. Is it a spider? What is that? Walking leaf. Okay, you know what? I was like, there's no way that is a real bug, bro. What? When's the collab stream? We'll all be doing, like, I think everybody on the team is going to be streaming their own perspectives on Saturday, and the tournament is 1 p.m. Eastern, so you're going to have a long... Actually, I don't think the tournament's going to be that long. You're going to have an early stream on Saturday. I'll try and post about it in the Discord or something as well, so that people can have a reminder, but I'm really looking forward to it. I don't know if we're actually going to be able to, but we want to try and win the whole event, I think. It's going to be fun. I've been practicing a lot. I was saying, it's really cool to be getting a little bit more into it, because even back when I played the original Splatoon a decent bit, I don't even know if I ever hit S rank back then. And, like, mind you, S rank I think was harder back then than it is now, but, like, I've made some close pushes for S+, and I definitely feel like I'm playing a lot better. I picked up a new weapon yesterday, because we were basically talking strategy for the tournament 2 days before the tournament, or well, 3 days before the tournament. Very last minute in a lot of ways, but, we kind of realized, like, basically, in Splatoon, there's a certain ult, it's called a Tacticooler, and it's a really, really good, like, special to have on your team, because you can like throw it up and your team all gets these like drinks if they walk by it, and it boosts all of your combat stats. Like you move faster, you shoot faster, you like paint faster, like everything is better. And if you die, you instant respawn and you keep your entire special charge. So it lets you play a lot more aggressively for basically no consequences, right? And we weren't running one, so I picked up a weapon that actually uses it so that we would have a little bit more flex on the team for everybody else. And I feel really good, actually. I've been winning a lot of games when I was playing ranked in the past couple days, so I'm excited to kind of put in a few more reps over the next 2 days. I guess Friday is Splatfest. Well, I mean, and Sunday. Maybe we can fit a Splatfest stream in somewhere. I don't know. We're gonna do Elden Ring tomorrow. And then I have to grind DLC Elden Ring as soon as I get into the DLC. There's so much gaming to do. And we have all the new games that we just got as well. We have so much games, man. Also, Bo, hello. 1 month, probably, yeah. I've been around? That's actually me. I know this is default dialogue, but I will straight up... I'll like talk to family members for the first time in like half a year. They'll be like, so like what's going on? I'll just be like, oh, I don't know, I've just been around, I'm just doing stuff. It's so stupid, man. Man, I'm exactly that person. I'm like so shy about like I'm either like really open with people or like really reserved. There's like two sides of the coin where I decide if I want to like open up or not. Yeah, the stream will be a lot earlier, so maybe for the EU peeps it'll be nice. Fox is gonna be... Oh, is there like a Fox boss or something? I really don't know like anything about the DLC. I've been keeping myself spoiler free for the most part. All I know is that it's really hard. But I'm excited. I still don't even know exactly like how I want to order it. Oh, I should show you guys as well. I ended up getting myself some games after stream too, because, you know, I'm not just gonna buy the games that we bought on stream yesterday. For anyone who didn't see, this is all the games we got yesterday. Let me layer myself properly. There we go. We got the Crypt was just a free one, but we got Dead Cells, Deep Rock Galactic, Firewatch, Half-Life, The Outer Worlds, Persona 5 Royal, Pogo Stuck, Q Remastered, Red Dead 2, A Short Hike, Subnautica Superliminal, and The Witcher. So we got quite a few there. And then I got some of my own picks that were mostly cheap, but a couple nice ones. I got Bokura. Bokura is like a game that I've been looking at. It's like a collab game, so I don't know when I'm gonna get around to playing this, but it's really cute. I want to do it. I got Code Vein and Lies of P, so we got a couple more Souls-like games from FromSoft for after we're done with Elden Ring. Gonna have some fun with that. I picked up Dicey Dungeons. Euro Truck Simulator is gonna be stupid. I probably should have picked American Truck Simulator, because I'd imagine the driving laws are much more similar to here. Like, I'm now thinking, I might have to drive on the left side of the road, even though where I live, you drive on the right side of the road. I don't know how to drive anyway, so it doesn't matter. I got Gree, and I also got Journey. I didn't get it in this picture, but I got Journey as well. Papers, Please. I got Valhalla. Super Bunny Man, and the Colonel Sanders one was just a free game I saw, and I was like, I feel like I've seen VTubers like play that before. It looked funny. I grabbed it. It was free anyway, for the small price of free. I don't know what I Love You Colonel Sanders. I think it's a dating sim like visual novel where you date Colonel Sanders as a fucking like anime character. But it just looked funny. It was free. I was like, yeah, why not? That looks like a funny stream. Wait, oh, I just remembered another one of these stupid ones that I need to check if it costs money. Hold on. Featured Hato Full Boyfriend. No, this was probably on sale and I forgot it existed. We could have got the Pigeon dating sim game. No. It's okay. Maybe next year. Can't believe that one actually costs money. Lies of P isn't FromSoft. Really? Lies of P. Who's Lies of P by? Oh, you're right. NeoWiz and Round 8 Studio. I heard it was really good anyway, so I got it. And then Code Vein is FromSoft, right? I think I was confusing it. Code Vein is FromSoft, I think. Bandai Namco. FromSoft is Bandai Namco, right? Like they're kind of the same, I think. I'm not sure. Bokuda, yeah, Bokuda. I haven't looked into Bokuda too much because I really don't like to spoil myself for games, but I am really, I think that one will be a really nice, like, cute game. It also isn't FromSoft. Oh, it's just Bandai Namco. Okay, so they're separate, but I know Bandai Namco like is listed with a lot of the FromSoft games. I think Elden Ring is Bandai Namco and FromSoft, right? I don't know. Either way, they had good reviews. Code Vein was on a crazy deal. It was 85% off. I got it for like $10 or something, I think. I got a really good deal, so I was like, yup, cop. And then Lies of P wasn't quite as good, but it was like 45%, I think. 45% off. Not Freerun, what's up? That's a shame. I love Freerun. Man, I wonder when Freerun Season 2 is coming. Because, like, I really enjoyed the first season. I can't wait. I was thinking about watching the, reading the manga, but I haven't read manga in a long time, and I kind of feel like the anime was such a masterpiece, I just want to save my experience for that. FromSoft made Demon Souls, Dark Souls 1 through 3, Bloodborne, Sekiro, and Elden Ring. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, Sekiro was on sale too. It was 50% off. So I was kind of like choosing between Sekiro and Lies of P. But from what I know, Sekiro is supposed to be like the hardest one by like a lot. Like it's not even close. So I was like, I should probably get Lies of P. Wait until I've played more Souls like before I actually just go full balls to the walls to play Sekiro. But summer sale is over now, and also I've spent too much money, y'all. I posted it in the Discord. I spent like a little over $300 on summer sale, which is gonna be my games for like basically the next year. I think at least it might even stretch a little longer, to be honest. It'll be a lot. It's a lot of games. We got some long ones in there too, like fucking Persona and Red Dead. I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to finish those. But I definitely do want to try them. I'm intrigued. There's so many games that I'm like, I don't know if I would have picked them for myself necessarily, but I am excited to play regardless. Do one next summer? If I can afford to do it again next summer, I probably will. 400 on Minecraft? What do you even spend that on in Minecraft, if you don't mind me asking? I'm just curious. Like servers or something? You got the Colonel Sanders dating game? Nice. There's so many bugs that weren't here last time I played. Look at all these beetles and stuff. Oh, this is a violin beetle, wait. No, it's not. Horn Dynasted. I'd hate to hear it honk that schnoz. What the fuck? What? Usually the puns make sense. I have no idea what that means, but schnoz is a funny word though. Oh. High pick. Still. What kind of dollars are we talking here? Hold on. What kind of dollars are we talking here? Like US, Canadian, like Australian, like $400. That's a lot of dollars for high pixel skyblock, bro. I can't even imagine, like, wouldn't you max out before, like, long before you spend that much? Or am I just wholeheartedly tripping? Canadian. Okay, so you're also Canadian. Damn. How does it scale that high? Yeah, because, like, I know that you could buy, like, server ranks. Like, I remember back in the day, I think I paid for rank on, like, one server when I was younger, but 400? I certainly hope that you're just really balling out and you just happen to love Skyblock or something like that. What? Okay, well, that conversion is not correct if it's 400 USD. That's like 550 Canadian, maybe? 600? USD to CAD. What's the conversion like now? Oh, like it's not... 545. My initial go was actually really close. Techno #1. Man, rip Techno. I never actually looked at Techno's stuff that much, but he always seemed like a really cool guy. I never like engaged too much in like the Minecraft sphere of the internet after... God, how long ago would it have to be? Early 2010s, I want to say. Yeah, no, it would be early 2010s, because that's like 10 years ago. A little over 10 years ago. Is that right? No. It must have been like mid 2010s. I think I'm capping. I think it was like early mid 2010s. I don't know, man. It's been a long ass time anyway. I remember my favorite when I was like on those like early days YouTube like Minecraft type content was Lachlan ran this like series with a bunch of the YouTubers where they would have like a Pixelmon server and they would just like have a bunch of episodes of them like building a team, and then they did a tournament at the end. And I always loved Minecraft and Pokemon growing up, so that was like my personal like little brain scratcher. It made me really happy. But yeah. Skyblock players like me? Scary 100+ hours. I mean, well, 100 hours is like pretty believable, you know what I mean? I have way more than 100 hours on a lot of games. I want to check, you know, I haven't been playing Rocket League much anymore, but it's like one of those games where if I'm just sitting and I want something to do with my hands without thinking, I will open Rocket League and just go in free play and just drive around and hit the ball. Yeah, I do have over 3,000 now. 3,140 hours of playing car soccer game. Haha. How many years have I had Rocket League? I think I got it in like 2016, 2017 maybe? Damn, wait, 2017 is 7 years ago. What the fuck? That feels so illegal, bro. How has it been that long? That just feels very incorrect, even though it's not. The concept of time is slipping from my brain, man. It's all gone. Yeah. Getting a lot of new, like, different animals and stuff. Pimping out the museum today. Yeah, what were we even talking about? I forgot, bro. My train of thought just completely slipped. 2,000 hours in League before? I actually got a oh, I'm so proud of you for getting off of League of Legends. Like, 2,000 hours on any game is a lot of time to spend on a game, but I think that if you enjoy it, it's fine. But on League, I'm proud of you for turning over a new leaf. That's what an absolute, just pure sheer improvement to your life. You know what, chat? I can still say that I have never ever installed League of Legends. I've never played it. I will one day on stream. It'll be like, I don't know what the hell kind of consequences I'm gonna get myself into to where I'm like, alright, and as punishment, you will be sentenced to League of Legends. But one day I will try it. The only MOBA I ever actually played was Pokemon Unite. Which Pokemon Unite is stupid. because there's like actual literal bots in the ranked queue sometimes and literal children, and it's just a silly game that swings momentum really hard. But I had a lot of friends that were playing it, so I liked it. As long as, if you're playing with friends, I think it's a little different, you know what I mean? Like, I got really into Rocket League because of my friend. Like, my whole friend group, we kind of got into it at the same time, and we would just, like, try to improve and, like, play together, and it was fun for that. I think it's really fun when you can get, like, a friend group that all pick up a game at, like, remotely the same time, and just kind of compete with each other. What is that thing on his head? Bro got, like, an iron. Like a flattening iron. Suckerfish. I thought it was a shark. Now I get it. Sucker. I still don't get it because he's a sucker because he's not a real shark or what? I don't quite understand this fish. He's an odd looking he looks so cool in this though. This is the sickest sprite ever. Like the actual fish, he looks very stupid, but the little mini icon, that looks hard as fuck. That looks like it would be like a really strong Pokemon or something. Black Ops Zombies? That was me and my boys with Counter-Strike back in the day. We used to always play Counter-Strike. I never got too into Black Ops because I feel like Black Ops, a lot more people who were on that were on like Xbox and stuff, and I was never much of an Xbox kid. I was always PC and Nintendo, but Black Ops is cool. Play Osu? Wait, before you go, what rank are you? I bet I'm higher ranked than you. Hehe. He doesn't know, Chad. He doesn't know. Or maybe he does. What if he came from the rhythm game video? What if he knows? I don't even think I actually talked about Osu Standard in the video. Dunno? Fair enough. Have fun, man. Take care. Well, why is this fish so hard to catch? Come here. Oh, turn the right way, please. Look at this fish bait. Brother has so many hours on Osu. I probably got more. Not gonna lie. I am... Okay, I don't really play Standard much anymore. I'm in a bit of a hiatus right now. I haven't played in quite some time. But... Oh, I gotta sign in. Wait, shit. What is my sign in? Do I have this saved in my password manager? I think I do. It would be this, probably. Or wait. No, I got this. No, it would be... Okay, this password. Fuck, I clicked the wrong thing. I'm struggling out here to sign in. I got this. Where's the username field? There it is. Let me sign in. Boop. Okay, I got in. I am rank 4,000, just above rank 4,000. I'm 3,900. I used to be nearly top 3,000, but I never actually cracked it. And then in Taiko, I was top 500, almost top 400, but now I've decayed. I'm 527. Osu Mania I haven't played, but I play Eterno, which is like basically the same thing, and I was like probably top few thousand skill level in that too. 81, 960 in the country? Oh, so you're like still relatively newer. Nice. Have fun with it. It's really... Osu's a really fun game. I picked up a lot of my music influence from Osu. I will forever love that game with my whole heart, even if I don't play it all the time anymore. It's a very special game to me. Can't convince bro to pick up a sport. Yeah, he's probably cooked if he's a Osu grinder. I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah, I think what you would have better chances with is get him into exercising, like lifting and shit. Because I think there's actually a lot of Osu players that like to lift weights and shit. Because it's kind of the same sort of like mechanical improvement grind where you're like just sort of getting gains as you put more reps in. I think like fundamentally it's similar, and you play better at Osu if your body's in better condition too. So there's a decent overlap. I don't lift, but I think that has more overlap anyway. I play badminton sometimes, but not often. I haven't gone in quite a while. Badminton is fun though. Probably my favorite sport, but there are other sports I like. I just don't have anyone to play them with. He does for a month and quit, then he doesn't want to, you know? You just gotta, at that point, it's not your problem if he doesn't want to, like, get into sports and live. Like, how old is he? I mean, that's still relatively irrelevant. The thing that you need to understand, right, is that wanting to help people make good changes in their life is a wonderful thing, and your heart is in a great place. But if they don't want to change, you can't, like, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. You know what I mean? And if you try to do that, you're gonna build resentment with that person. So the best thing that you can do is help them understand that if they ever want to get into something or make a change, that you're always there to support them, and then back up and give them space. Because usually if it's something that they should be doing and they feel like they should be doing it, but they're not, they will come around when you leave them with themselves and then actually have the motivation to do something about it. Because I'm speaking from like a lot of experience as the person trying to help and the person who needed it. You know, I've been through a lot of stuff in my life, and I honestly feel like that is the best approach for your own mental and just for their mental too, because they have to want to make a change to actually stick with it. Like, I think a good example of this kind of like mindset is, imagine you want to lose weight, right? So there's people who start dieting and they change the way that they eat so that, you know, with their lifestyle, they can cut their overall like calories down or whatever, burn more calories, however it goes, right? And you will sustain that change because you're making a lifestyle change. But there are also people who will go on a diet, right? As like a temporary thing where they start, you know, cutting out a certain type of food entirely, or they just like starve themselves for a while, and then, you know, but like if you do that and let's say you drop the weight, if you don't keep that lifestyle, you're just gonna put the weight back on, right? So what you've basically got your brother doing, in my observation, I guess, my opinion, is like, you know, maybe he did like the equivalent of like dieting for that. You know, he tried lifting for like a month, you know, maybe he got some gains or whatever, but he didn't have the motivation to put that in his lifestyle, so the muscle will go away and everything will kind of just zero back out to normal. And that's fine, but it's, you know, at that point it's their choice, not yours, right? 5'10", 5'11", he gains 50, and he weighs 50 kilograms? 50 kilograms. How much is that in pounds again? It's like, I'm pretty sure it's yeah, 110. Wow. Holy shit, he's underweight. Well, the problem there though is that you shouldn't even be worried about exercise in that case. You want to be careful about how much he's exercising, because he can't afford to be burning off too much of that body weight. He needs to be eating more. That is the actual thing. Because, like, I can speak from some personal experience. I weighed like 140 pounds, I think. 140, 145. Let's say 145. Let's be generous. Or no, I think it's more like 140 though. I weigh like 63 kilograms, and I'm also like 5'10". And I went to an eating specialist because I had an eating disorder, and they ruled that I was underweight and I had to start eating a lot more, and I basically put on like an extra 10, maybe a little over 10 pounds before I was at like my healthy weight or whatever, right? So, aside from just like bulking or anything like that, if you're 5'10 and you weigh 110 pounds or 50 kilograms, you are simply not eating enough. Like, there is no way that you're eating 3 meals a day, let alone like actually having like little snacks and things like that as well. And you weigh that little. And you know, I'm not perfect by any means. Like I have days where I'll like skip a meal or whatever, but that is a huge like amount to be underweight. There's some sort of like underlying lifestyle choice that's a lot easier to correct, I would say. It feels weird for a while because like when I started therapy for my eating disorder, I basically had to double how much food I was eating every day, and that was really jarring. Because it feels weird. But the thing is, you start feeling better from it really fast because you just have a lot more energy. Because you've been operating under your baseline for your whole life. You're used to it. You know how to like turn off the hunger signals in your body and your brain. But that doesn't mean that they're not there, right? So when you actually do increase your like food intake, the like difference in feeling is massive. It makes a huge difference. Absolute world of difference. Like, I don't know if your brother has an eating disorder or something, but I would definitely look into it or think about it because it is not normal for somebody to be that underweight. That's crazy. They're like 30 pounds under what I was considered underweight, and they're like a little taller than me. I mean, at the end of the day, if he doesn't want to, there's genuinely nothing you can do. And this is something that I think is a hard life lesson that a lot of people have to learn. Is sometimes people you care about will do stupid things or have conditions that make them do stupid things because, you know, like mental illness of all types are, you know, they're not like, they don't dismiss you of fault for your like responsibility for your actions, but they also do contextualize them. Like, it is understandable and not their fault that they behave in destructive ways sometimes, right? With that in mind, it's very important to separate what is and is not your problem. So like, you should be supportive and helpful, but you also should make sure that you yourself are okay, right? Because I had a situation a long time ago where I had a lot of my own like mental health issues kind of brewing, and I had a friend who would rely on me really hard. I was like their main support anchor, and I tried so hard to help them, and I did everything I could every day. I was super involved with their family and everything, but they never ever made any lifestyle changes. They never tried to improve their situation at all. And that's because they genuinely had zero motivation for anything. And at a point, the most that I could do is after I got them at least like a certain point, I had to let go and like just cut myself out of the relationship. And I'm not at all saying that you should do that. You absolutely should not do that, especially with your brother. But you should probably try to make it as easy and understanding and welcoming for him to eat more as possible. Try to get like him open to the idea of seeing a specialist for eating if you haven't already. And then at that point, it's his choice to make. There's not anything that you can objectively do to like force someone, you know what I mean? And I think that that's something that a lot of people don't want to hear, but it's the truth, right? Is that you have to choose your battles to a degree. You only have so much time in one day, and you deserve to prioritize yourself too. We got into a very philosophical conversation here. My apologies for big ranting when I don't actually understand your full situation. I kind of just wanted to share my own perspective, I guess, having lived a lot of situations kind of like this from both angles. But I hope that whatever you end up doing, I hope that he comes around and he starts eating more, because eating disorders are like such an under-respected problem in a lot of ways, you know? a lot of people kind of preach Friday. Thank you. Yeah, like my eating disorder specifically, a lot of people don't even know that it exists. But I have an eating disorder. It's called ARFID. It stands for Avoidant Restrictive Food Intake Disorder. And what it is effectively, I'm a picky eater. At a surface level, that is what I thought my entire life, and that is the easiest way to describe it. What it actually is that I had some sort of traumatic experience with food when I was like a toddler, and as a defense mechanism for that, my body basically takes foods that it deems as dangerous or like it doesn't understand or like know what it's doing to my body, foods that are different like nutritionally and whatnot from what I'm used to eating, and it gives me like defensive mechanisms. Like I will gag, I will like have a hard time swallowing, I will like, that's the main thing. But you basically, your body just rejects food that you don't like. And as somebody who's not experiencing that from your perspective, it's like, oh, he's just a picky eater, you know, whatever, just, it is what it is, right? Some people are pickier than others. But in reality, I never knew this, but I went and I got therapy, and within 3 months, like, I can go to a restaurant, and almost regardless of what kind of restaurant it is, there's food on the menu that I can eat, and I can, like, enjoy myself, you know? I can enjoy regular, like, nutritional staples that are good for my health and are, like, normal to eat. Like, I can eat cooked vegetables. I didn't used to be able to eat cooked vegetables. I still don't like it, but I can, like, tolerate fish and seafood to a degree. I couldn't at all before. I couldn't eat, like, fish at all. Like, there's a lot of things, you know, where I had to learn through repetition of experience and like mental cognitive reframing and things like that, that I can enjoy food. Like maybe I can't enjoy as wide a variety of food as the average person, but I can get a lot closer than I thought I could, right? But I grew up for like 20 years not even knowing that what I was dealing with was a disorder. I just thought it was like a kind of like genetic like variability, you know, like some people are pickier, some people aren't, like this is the kind of thing, or like because I was raised eating a lot of the same food, you know, maybe my body just kind of, and that plays into it, like experiences are a part of it, but it's also bad to like force feed, like that's not a way to fix it. It can make it worse, so it's not actually like my parents could have done much without knowing how and where to get professional like help with that. And that's just the cool thing about it, you know. You gotta be so careful trying to approach this stuff too, because things are so expensive. For my eating disorder, I saw 2 specialists before. One of them was thankfully just a consultation that was free. I didn't actually pay for it, but I decided that I didn't want to pursue them, but it would have been like $150 a session. And I saw a different specialist for one session after a consultation, and the session was, again, like, I think it might have even been $180. This is Canadian, but still, very expensive. Very, very expensive. And I didn't really feel like, it was, like, no shade to them, but it wasn't, like, immediately clicking for me, what I was doing, and it was ridiculously expensive for how slow it was probably going to end up moving. But I got into a free program provided by my city, and I ended up being able to basically have like a 2-month or 3-month like rigorous program that I was doing. And by the end of it, I was like a completely different person, it almost felt like, you know what I mean? In terms of food and eating anyway. It changed my life. And I don't keep up exactly in lifestyle, like my eating is a little bit less, you know, I'm not always like trying new food constantly and having like super complex meals. I like my simple shit, bro. Just give me like chicken, rice, cooked vegetable like broccoli or carrots or whatever, spinach, I don't care. I haven't had spinach as much recently, especially not with that, but you know, just like a very simple plate. I like basic ass food. I don't care. As much as I like complex, like carefully made food, I also just like really simple shit. But you know, but like in a lot of ways, I definitely do feel like I retained the ability to kind of just eat a much wider variety of food, and I have a much better like overall diet as a result too. Food is important, man. Physical health spills out into everything else in your life. So definitely try to have a good relationship with food if you can. Is this yours, Wendy? I have a lost item. I would let you keep it, Wendy. You don't have to tell anyone. Oh, it's Bo? Okay, gotcha. Okay. Had to pay 40-50 bucks a month to fix my knee after an injury I got while training Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. But I took 8 months and my knee still hurts sometimes. Yeah, see, like, specialists are so expensive, especially, like, depending on what you get into. And I'm sorry to hear that. I'm assuming when you say you, like, 8 months, like, some type of physio or something. I hope that you've kind of explored whatever you can for that, because that really sucks. But as long as you're mindful and you try to keep working your life around it, then that's all you can really do, right? You know, just do your best. Play Genshin help. I don't know, man. That one might be beyond my scope. You might need professional help. No, you know what? I have the perfect solution for you, actually. I got you. Ready? I saw my friend, my new friend. Her name is Mieko Mino. She's another VTuber. She did a donathon, and she set a goal for $2,000 to uninstall it. And she got it, and now she doesn't play Genshin for a month. So all you have to do is become a famous-ish streamer, and then get a bunch of people to show you money for your own embarrassment, and then you can quit Genshin Impact. It was just one of the dono goals. There were a ton of dono goals. It was a really cool stream, actually. I really enjoyed that stream, and I did a little call-in as well. It was really fun. I got to hop and call. I gotta hang out with Mie. I gotta message her after stream. Because she's really funny. Been having fun just lurking around her streams recently. Get the credit card and rack massive debt to see. Oh no, not the fucking debt, bro. Not the credit card debt for Genshin Impact. Nah, you know what though? Like, I'm laughing about it, but I'm surprised I haven't actually seen somebody in significant credit card debt over like Genshin Impact before, because I've seen it for a lot of other stupid stuff. I started watching this YouTube channel. His name is Caleb Hammer, and he makes these videos. They're called Financial Audit, where he'll basically get people that are in debt, and he'll get them to share their finances for the past month, and he'll roast the fuck out of them and then help them make a budget and like try and turn their life around or whatever. So it's like funny but also wholesome, educational. But the thing that always astounds me is like the people who are in massive credit card debt, they're always eating out, which is like, you shouldn't, but understandable. But they have the audacity to be door dashing and shit. Like, they will DoorDash all of their orders. I'm like, dude, what is wrong with you? Like, at what point, I guess, see, I was gonna say, at what point do you get in so much debt that it's worth it to you to just start walking over to where you want to buy your food instead of just incurring, like, twice as much, like, overall payment on your food just to get it delivered? But at the same time, they probably have the opposite mindset. They've probably let go, right? Like, they're in so much debt, they're like, what's another $8 on this meal, man? Fuck it. Just, they're like $10. I don't even know how much delivery costs, because I never pay for delivery. But I guess at a point, you're just like, man, the debt is just, like, too much anyway. I'm just gonna pay for DoorDash. I don't care. I don't want to go get it. But I'm just not a delivery person, man. I would have to be in like a really committed set of circumstances for me to actually want to play or pay for like food delivery service. I'd much rather just like go and get it myself. 99 times out of 100, I just go get it. Cause I'm like I said, I like simple food. I eat the same stuff a decent amount, so like I just know all the places that are close to me that I like, and then I just pick from that list and go get it. But I guess these people, but it's weird though, cause it's not even like they're door dashing like nice restaurants and shit. Or like, you know, they're just door dashing like random generic fast food chains. Like I'm sure you've got some fucking one that you could just walk to, right? Yeah, exactly. Food delivery is a convenience, but at the same time, they make a lot of money on people who like think that they deserve the convenience, even though they don't be making the money like that. Honkai and Zenless Zone Zero. That's what it is, right? Zenless Zone Zero? I don't really play gacha much. I downloaded Honkai Star Rail when I was dog sitting for my friend so that I could vote for... I played the tutorial so that I could vote for my friend in the Multiverse Vistas, I think it was called. Like the little song competition. I can't believe my friend won, by the way. I don't know if you guys saw the Multiverse Vistas. My friend Rita actually won the whole thing for the songs category. She made a fan song for Sparkle called Method. And it won the whole event. Rita and Wonder Riku. Absolute goats. I'm so proud of her, man. It's so deserved, because that song is really cool. And she has got such a killer voice, man. It's a bit of an odd conversation to have. I will say in future, I don't really like having conversations about kind of weird relationship type advice, especially just because there's not anything nice for me to say. And it's not my business. But 19 and 15 sounds literally illegal in most places. It definitely doesn't sound like what you should do, but I don't know. I don't want to have conversations like that on stream, preferably. Just a bit of a personal comfort boundary. Yeah. Yeah, thank you for understanding. Yeah, exactly. Like, something that they always say on Financial Audit when I'm watching is, he recommends them, you cut up all the credit cards, you close all the accounts, and if you really want to build credit, because the funniest thing is, a lot of these people that are in horrible credit card debt, they keep using the cards because they think they need to build credit. And it's like, you're losing credit because you're in debt. Like, that is the whole point, is that you get rewarded for spending money you don't have because you actually do have it. You just pay it back later. But they treat it like you can just spend it even though you don't have it, and then you'll figure it out later. But you're just gonna lose credit because of that. So there's apparently, it's like a card, it's called like the Fizz card, I think. I don't know if it's just in the US, because that's where the show is, or if it's like more global than that. But I think it, from what I looked up, I think it's literally just a debit card that functions in the same way for building credit as using a credit card, but like it charges you like immediately. Like you can't just be accruing interest and shit on it, which is pretty cool actually. Definitely strikes me as like pretty interesting. I don't know, but it's always just crazy to see these people, like, you know, the thing that's always really funny to me too is sometimes they'll have more than one card and one of them is accruing interest and another one's not, but they'll still be buying stuff on the one that's accruing interest, so their payments go up. It's like, why would you have more than one card? Like, if you're gonna be stupid, at least be stupid smartly. Which is a completely counterintuitive line of thought, right? There's a point where you have to realize, like, these people are not thinking. They're just swiping. But it's still funny. Gotta go, no problem. Have a nice rest of your day. Yeah, I don't know. That stuff is always funny to me. I think student loans is very different. I think for the most part, all you really should worry about for that, in my opinion, is make sure that you like what you're gonna study. I don't care if you have to take a gap year or whatever, experience whatever you're doing. If you want to be a teacher, go try and like do some tutoring work, or like be a teacher's assistant if you can, or something. Like if you can get some sort of life experience in any capacity with the career field you want to study, and make sure it's worth it for you. Because at that point, getting your degree, if you go into student loans, is an investment. It is not at all a bad thing. The problem is, like, the job market moves so fast, and a lot of people just go to college or university because that's what you're supposed to do. And then you end up like years into your degree and you're like, fuck, I don't even like what I'm studying, but I am obligated, I have to finish this. Like, you have this like sunk cost fallacy, right? I have a whole like verse in one of my songs in the EP that is about exactly this thing. Where like you get into the sunk cost fallacy where you feel like you gotta finish your degree because you've already spent so much time and money, and then you gotta work the job with that degree because, you know, you're gonna pay all this money for college or university and then work a entry-level job because your degree is worth nothing to you anymore. But at the same time, if that means being depressed and like having a bad, you know, a life that you don't like, that sucks. You know what I mean? It's really rough in that regard. And I think for some people, it's unavoidable. Sometimes your mind is going to change no matter what. But I think that as long as you're proactive and you like try to experience it before you make a calculated risk and go in for it, then you've done all you can do, and you should just enjoy yourself and try your best to have a good time with it. Because you'll probably, you know, student loans are very normalized nowadays. As long as you're not going and like failing out classes and staying for years and years and years, it's fine to accrue some. They usually have like more lenient ways to pay them off because of the nature of how they are, I think. Hardware right now, it's fun, and my uncle said there's a lot of people searching for someone to fix computers. Oh yeah, no. Tech, going into any sort of tech-related job, hardware, software, whatever, I think is one of the safest career fields you can have. If you enjoy it, do that. Genuinely, if you enjoy that, that's a great path to go down. Because tech is never going away. The only time that tech jobs will go away is when robots can do it themselves, and at that point, people don't need to work anymore anyway, so you can never go wrong with building. If you like building computers, do that, man. That's a great thing to do. I have some friends that have been doing like some mix of hardware and software related stuff. You know, my dad's a programmer, and I have a friend who's in... I have two friends, I think, who are in college for computer science and, like, programming. It's a good career field. Pays well. Enjoyable. A lot of good companies you could work for. You could also do a lot of different, like, startup type stuff with it. It's a very flexible career field, I think. If you enjoy tech, that is a blessing and you should run with it. I tried programming before. It's not the same as hardware at all. But I tried programming when I was younger because my dad does it. And I loved computers always, so I was like, maybe I'll become like a game dev when I grow up. I'll like make video games or something. So I did a project in middle school that was really easy. All I had to do was program a game of tic-tac-toe in JavaScript, and I couldn't even get it done. I had to get my dad to finish it for me, and I just never actually told my teachers that that's what I did. Because I was both too stupid and too demotivated to actually do it. It didn't speak to me at all. But you know what's actually kind of funny? I think I had 2 years in middle school where we did those like passion projects, and I'm pretty sure in the second one I actually my thing was to do a song cover, which is hilarious that we've come so full circle to where I'm like VTubing now, and I've come all the way around to making song covers and music and stuff. I don't even think I actually completed it in middle school. I think we basically had some sort of tech problems I couldn't figure out, and they sort of gave us a pass on not having anything because I couldn't get like a recording situation like set up properly. But I'm trying to remember what the song was. It was something by Imagine Dragons. I don't remember what it was. It was some Imagine Dragons song. think it was the one where it's... Oh, it was Believer. It was Believer by... Is that what the name of the song is? Or it's like, first things first, da, 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 da. I'm fired up, tired of the way that things have been. Oh, ooh. I don't remember the song anymore. I kind of remember it. Man, is that song really that old? I guess it is. I haven't listened to Imagine Dragons in so many years. That was long before I even really knew how to sing, but I tried anyway. Maybe I actually knew what I wanted a lot younger than I realized. Because I kind of had my more like creative awakening, I guess, in high school, I would say. But maybe it started all the way back in middle school. Who knows? An interesting thought, anyway. Making sites and program. Oh, nice! While finishing college, too. That's a good side hustle. That makes a lot of money. I have a friend who got into programming recently, and he's been a lot happier. I think he used to be in sales, but he switched to doing programming for like websites. I think is usually what he works in. But it's good stuff, honestly. Programming is great if you have the patience for it. I don't. I don't have the patience for programming, but it is wonderful if you actually are interested in it. I'm kind of surprised. I feel like nowadays, now that I'm a lot older, maybe there's a universe I could like kind of get into it, but it would be very surface level. I'm just not motivated to like try and make anything with that. I've been like apt to learn a lot of other like software type stuff like video editing and music, like audio editing and all of that, but programming is just not for me, man. It's I can't. I have so much admiration for people that can do programming. It's such a cool like thing to be able to commit yourself to, I feel like. Maybe one day. Maybe one day we'll have a stream where I learn how to code something. That would be a funny stream. Maybe. Or it would be a really boring stream. Who knows? Could go either way, I think. Maybe do one of those online like Python courses or something. Because I know that you can actually learn like a lot of... I mean, technically you can learn everything for free online nowadays, I think, but... Even without like knowing particularly what to look for, I think there's a lot of like really well synthesized resources out there nowadays, which is pretty neat. Because like sometimes when I've been learning skills, I wish I had something like that, you know what I mean? Like learning how to mix songs and record songs and things like that, I'm not gonna act like I'm good at it, but like, oh my god, starting out is so hard because it's like impossible to find information on anything. People do not make like good enough tutorials, and everybody's on a different like music software, and there's a billion different plugins that can do the same thing, and it's just a whole grind to actually get from garbage quality to like kinda listenable. Being said, I'm totally glad that I've learned a lot of the skills that I have and that I'm still learning more. But I definitely do wish there was more easy to find resources. I remember I did my stream where I recorded like a short cover start to finish on stream. Although when I watched it back, I didn't realize that because my mic delay was not really synced up with my PC audio delay when I was recording vocal doubles, they were out of sync and it was really loud and like unpleasant. So I was surprised people actually still sat through and watched that, because I didn't realize I messed it up so bad. I've done everything, Tom Nook. I just weeded the entire thing before you even spoke to me. What's up, Isabel? Do you have anything for me? Nope. I just wanted to say hello to you. Thank you. What's up, Tom Nook? Okay. Let's talk infrastructure. What did I have in mind? Bridges, inclines? I want layout changes. Oh, this is like island customization stuff. What is this? The renovation of resident services. We have something new for getaway package participants. Easy and fun to add major projects such as bridges and inclines to the island. Major projects don't come cheaply, though. Everyone who lives on the island can freely contribute towards the construction freeze. I don't want to take out more debt. Demolish something? Oh my god, I can demolish something? That's funny. Learn about blacksmithing online? That's actually sick. I wouldn't think that you could actually learn that online, but that's pretty cool. About the workshop? What customization are we referring to here? Color, fabric, or design of many items. Sure, let's try customization. What is this? Oh? Tom Nook Workshop? Incredibly simple. Need the item you want to customize along with the required number of customization kits. Then you'll customize your item at the workbench. The design or color, okay. So he's gonna give me stuff? A wooden wardrobe and then do some customizing. The wardrobe you'll make as long as closets, chests, and other items that store clothing are quite useful. You can use them to easily change into any clothes you have stored in your home storage. Oh, wait, that's cool. I still think this is my main outfit, but it's nice to have. Come see me after you have a wooden wardrobe. Okay. It's okay if you need to sleep. You don't have to feel obligated to stay. I'm just glad that you dropped by. I appreciate that. If you want to stay, feel free. But if you want to go to bed, don't worry about it at all. How much debt do I have? Oh my god, I still have so much. Just take everything I have for now. Let's keep chipping away at it. We're down to 150k. One of these days I'll be debt free so that I can then go and rack up some more debt immediately. Such is the Animal Crossing life. Just infinite lifestyle inflation. I think you can become debt-free if you gamble. True. Okay, so here's the plan, right? We talk to Tom Nook, and we talk him into letting me take out a loan to open a casino. So that we can build a casino, and then I can win my way out of debt. All I have to do is win out the casino debt and then the house debt, and then I'll be debt-free. It's a foolproof plan. Genius. All on green, yeah. Oh man. That would be crazy if you could have a casino in Animal Crossing. Because the thing is, like, people would totally start gambling their bells. What if you could open the casino on your own, right? Like it's your casino, and then you don't gamble at it, but the other NPCs just make money for you by wasting it at the casino. It's like the ultimate business to run, because the house always wins. You'll just always make more and more money. Then you can make a super triple decker double basement massive mansion or something. Go with some buddies? 25 on black, 25 on red. You mean like back to back? Because on the same hand, that would make no sense, right? You either break even or lose if it hits green. Like how do you win with that? I mean, to be fair, you shouldn't be worried about winning if you're gonna gamble. You're literally paying for the experience to lose your money. That is the reality of gambling, is that if you're not ready to lose whatever you go in with, then you just shouldn't go. That's why I don't gamble, but back to back, yeah, that makes more sense. I was gonna say, that sounds like about the stupidest bet of all time. If you bet at the same time. I don't really know why I came to this Nook Island. I'm just waiting for the day that there will be more NPCs out here again. I miss getting new NPCs. I don't know how to get more. Oh well, I got some coconuts. You know what? That's pretty cool. I'm ready to lose 10k. Wish me luck. Oh nah. 10k what? Robux or something? I don't think you got 10k to be losing like that, my man. Was there ever... I know CSGO gambling was like a big thing. Okay, so see, I was gonna say, it probably is out there. It shouldn't be. It really shouldn't be. But I'm not surprised. I'm really not surprised that you could do that on Roblox. That checks out. I never got that into Roblox, to be honest. I don't know. More of a Minecraft kid myself. There's like a lot of people that I know that play it sometimes, and it always surprises me how many people I know that kind of like Roblox. I'm seeing a lot of Roblox on YouTube Shorts now too. People are like making skit videos using Roblox as like their kind of like vessel for it, which is interesting. I don't know if it's actually recorded in-game or if it's just like animations that use like Roblox models, but it's kind of interesting to see it popping up a lot. Oh, I got a DIY recipe for a Cosmos crown. That sounds crazy. The hell is a Cosmos crown? You won money from CSGO crates? Congrats. Rare feat. CSGO gambling was so bad back in the day, man. I remember one of my friends, when we were still like just barely teenagers, literally put all his money into it over the course of like a year or two, I think, and he lost like over $1,000. That's why like I feel like I have a very strong aversion to gambling mentally, because I just watched, like, aside from my own experiences a little bit when I was younger with it, I just watched my friend lose so much. Gambling $1 for every follower he gets, he's like 10k up. That can't be sustainable. He's gotta cash out, man. Because you are literally just waiting to lose. And you have to keep gambling more and more, right? So, over time, like, the longer you do that, the more likely it is that you just eventually end up losing your money. If bro is 10k up, it's time to just ditch all your followers and take your money. Yes. I have the wooden wardrobe for you. About the workshop. Yeah, I have my wooden wardrobe. Customize it. Oh, there's a workbench here. Cool. Alright. What we got? Wooden wardrobe. Ooh, we can pick different wood colors. There's a lot of options here. Dark wood is like something I would probably do in real life. Cherry wood is kind of cool, but it looks kind of orangey to me for cherry. Am I tripping? Is it just me, or does this look like reddish orange almost? Like it's like a salmon type color almost. It looks not as cherry to me as I would think. White wood, light wood, I don't mess with too much. I think I'm between pink wood and dark wood, to be honest. That's probably... What aesthetic do I want? I think dark wood. I think I like the dark one. Oh, look at the paintbrush. Whoa, chefing it up with the bristles. I don't know where I was going with that. Oh, I can buy them from the shop. Cool. Ooh, thank you, Tom Nook. Also, I wanted to ask you, Mr. Nook, about that concert. Okay. Okay, so I guess he's just handling whatever? I don't know what I have to do for this campsite thing. Account got suspended on Instagram? That sucks. I don't know. I barely even use Instagram. I have a personal one, but I only use it to keep up with people. I like barely ever actually post anything on it. It's cause like I'm actually not, surprisingly, I'm not much of a social media person outside of YouTube. Yeah, no problem. Get some good sleep. Have a nice evening, or well, good night, I guess. Thanks for hanging. Okay, wood wardrobe. Oh, it's like a little skinny one. Drag that over here under the flower bouquet. Then we can put our little TV tray that is not actually used for a television. It holds a coffee pot, kettle? Stovetop espresso maker. You would never catch me using that thing in real life, bro. I don't drink coffee like ever. Oh wow, he gave me 50 of the customization kits. That's kind of crazy. Let me place this here. There we go. This room is gradually getting fuller. Okay, let me put these in storage. Yeah, what was I saying? I'm like not too much of a social media person outside of... I guess I use Twitter a bit too. I never know what to post on Twitter, but it's kind of fun to scroll it without using my brain at all. I just like looking at pretty art and like people doing cool stuff. And Twitter works great as a feed for that because there's so many people that there's always somebody doing something cool. The problem is that as a person posting, I never know what to post because I can only have so many cool things going on at once, you know? I guess conversely, there's also just people that are funny on Twitter. It's that and drama farming, which I'm not at all a fan of. I don't like farming people's like anger and like misinformation, things like that, but being funny is cool. I just don't have like a clear enough image of what I want out of Twitter to like put more effort into it right now, I think is where I'm at. The art is definitely my favorite part of Twitter too, I think, to be honest. Like, there's so many super talented artists. I always end up reaching out to artists on Twitter 99% of the time. And if I don't find them on Twitter, there's a decent amount of times where I'll find them on like Skeb, because I like Japanese art a lot. So I'll like find Japanese artists on Skeb, and then since it's just linked with Twitter anyway, I just go and message them on Twitter if I want something that I can't get from Skeb. There's a lot of people that are good for that. I met my my VTuber mama initially because I found her on Skeb. Although I never expected her to actually draw my model, you know. I basically came to her and asked for a character sheet so that I could get a different artist to draw me a VTuber model. And then she basically, I don't know if it was a translation error or she was just like excited at the opportunity, but she gave me 2 rates, one to just do the character sheet, or one to do the character sheet where she would split it all for live 2D. And it was like, so basically a model and a character sheet, like double purpose kind of. And I was like, oh, because, you know, like, she's one of my favorite artists. You know, I love her art for a long time. So I was like, hell yeah. Like, if you're willing, then oh, please, you know. Because making VTuber models is, like, VTuber models are really hard to make, you know. You have to split the layers for everything. Like, I've seen sometimes, like, just the eyes, there'll be like 10 different layers to draw the eyes. Because you need everything to be split in ways that it can be like animated in real time and like move fluidly. So it's very complicated stuff. That's why I wasn't like, I didn't want to put it on her because she was her first time drawing one. I don't think she's ever done it before. I think it is really intimidating, but at the same time, it's, I think, a really good experience because I'm seeing more and more utilization of live 2D outside of just VTuber models. Like, people are starting to use it for like music videos, starting screens. Like my starting screen is also not nearly as like thoroughly, but it is like live 2D separated so that we could animate like the hair and the mouth and the eyes and everything to make it look really cute. And I think little utilizations of that, or like people will do it for like making animated emotes as well, right? That's like always a thing that's been big. Is it's not on YouTube for now at least, but on Twitch, right? They have the animated emotes, or like Discord, you know. There's a lot of like usage cases for learning, at least as an artist, how to separate for somebody else to pick it up and animate it. But if you can figure out both of those, then you just have like a superpower for like commissionability, I guess. It saves a lot of effort for the other person, and it just allows you to make a bunch of cool shit. But even if not, like, I've seen a lot of times, like, I think it's definitely worth trying. I think if you're an artist and you're remotely interested, it's worth trying. But I've seen, like, back before I was a VTuber, my old emote artist, she basically had like a business partnership with a different person who was good at animating, where they would just have like joint commissions for animated emotes, where like she would draw it and then the other person would animate it. So there's like always, I guess, a lot of different angles that you can take with just being able to draw in a way that is animatable. Oh fuck, I missed that. Sometimes I think about how if I was better at art, I wonder if I would have made my own VTuber model from scratch. Because, like, there's a lot of things that I've learned to do by myself to at least an okay degree in order to, like, try and do, like, YouTube and stuff like that, right? I learned how to edit videos better, I learned how to, like, mix vocals, write songs, like, script videos, lots of stuff like that. But the one thing that I've never actually been good with is art, and especially digital art. But in another universe, where I'm good at art, I wonder, because what I did is I worked full-time retail for 1.5 years to save a ton of money, and like a good amount of that money went into the model, right? So I wonder if there's like a different timeline where instead of doing that, I just like grind out the art aspect and I make my own model or something. What's up, Alex? Oh, you saw the vocal short? Cool. Wait, which one? Because there was the one where I made my like little short cover of Bibbidi Ball on stream. And then there was another one. I think literally my first ever YouTube short on this channel was, I was talking about vocal comping. It was the one where it's like, your favorite singers are all cheating by doing this trick or whatever. Do an art stream? It could be kind of fun. I don't even know what I would do because like, I think I might have a drawing tablet laying around somewhere. If I do, the thing is, I think I have the tablet. I don't know if I still have the pen though. I guess I could do like a pen and paper sketch, like I could try and position a camera, but I don't have a good quality camera for that. And also I'm not very good at it. The video, okay, yeah. That one was that was the last short I made before my PC died. I'm so glad the PC is back though. And I'm glad that the capture card is running smoothly today, God bless. We're gonna be fine for the Splatoon tournament on Saturday. I can actually stream it without it cutting in and out 10,000 times like it was before I got my computer all redone. I was still worried about that, you know. That's why I decided I had to do like Animal Crossing or something on my Switch today. Is I was like, I do not want the tournament stream to be the stream where I find out if my capture card was like definitively the problem or if it was just everything about my PC bugging out. Cause it was bad. Like the frame rate was like really low for no, that was just because before I bought a new capture card, my cam link was dying. But I was having the craziest bug. Well, not even bug. It was like a hardware issue where my USBs would all disconnect at once. So the capture card would freeze, my microphone would turn off, my headphones would stop playing audio, and like it was so bad. I don't think it was all of them, but it was nearly all of them at once. And what we kind of worked out is it was some sort of hardware issue with the motherboard. Like we had a finicky motherboard. So I was gonna get a new motherboard, and at that point I needed new RAM because the stronger motherboard that I was gonna get required DDR5 and I had DDR4 RAM. So I had to buy new RAM. And I was pushing power supply stuff, so I was gonna get a new power supply. And at that point, it's like my CPU wouldn't be taking much advantage of the motherboard, so I was like, you know what, we're just gonna redo the whole system. Like, fuck it, we ball. I literally, everything in the computer, other than the graphics card, is new. And now that it works, it is amazing. But there was like a good 2 or 3 weeks after we built it, where we had non-stop troubleshooting and we couldn't get it to work. And that's because, in this whole effort to get around to this old finicky motherboard that I had, we built a PC around a new motherboard that came defective. We just happened to be unlucky enough to order a motherboard and get a defective one. So we got like 20 billion different blue screens. There are always different errors over and over and over, and we just couldn't get it to work. And we just slowly isolated everything until it's like, alright, it's the motherboard, we just gotta return it and get another one. And thankfully I didn't get 2 defective ones in a row, so now we're good. But it was a process, man. It was such a process to get the computer actually back working again. That's why I was gone for so long. I was a little demoralized at first, because like I literally made my biggest short and pretty much my second biggest short back to back. Like right before I made a short that got like 30,000 views, and my old highest was like 10,000 or something. And I got one with like 9,000, and I just felt like I was starting to make shorts that I liked a lot more. I made a lot of shorts before where they're kind of lower quality. They were like low effort, kind of like shit post type shit. I just didn't know what to post. But I was like, oh, gotta keep posting every day. And I had no sort of like method to what I was doing. And then now I feel like I have more of a formula I'm developing. The V-Shoujo, I didn't do a V-Shoujo, you know, maybe I should do a V-Shoujo one. I guess I made it about the new Hololive wave is right when that came out. Man, I love the new Hololive wave. They're so cool. But I saw VShojo has applications open now. There's a lot of people posting on Twitter about it, I've been seeing. So maybe when they actually do get the new slot, like the new hires decided, I'll make a little short about that. If it's interesting to me, I'm sure they'll have cool people. What I'm curious to see is if they end up getting another guy, or if they keep kind of because I know they picked up Kuro now, but like I don't follow VShojo super closely. Like I kind of loosely follow it, but they have Kuro now, which is cool. So I'm curious to see if that's kind of like the circumstances were right, but it's gonna be like a rare thing, or if they want to build it up. Like what if we get a V Shonen branch, huh? What if we get V Shonen, just a bunch of dudes, just a bunch of bros? That being said, I don't even know if I would want VShojo to split by gender in the same way that like Hololive does, though. Because as much as I love Hololive and Holostars, and I think the culture is moving towards like less stigma. I've always kind of disliked how stigmatized like cross-gendered collabs are in the like corporate sphere, just because of a very loud minority of people that have more money to throw. You know what I mean? Like, some people get so pissy about it, and it always makes me laugh, because I know that it's like an immersion break for them or whatever, but like, they're not gonna date. I don't think that some people realize how hard it is to get into like one of those agencies, and you will literally get fired if you date within company. That is one of the only policies that they even have. Like, can you imagine working your ass off for years, finally making it in, you've got a big platform, you have all the connections and like resources you need to do all this cool stuff, you have all these cool friends that you're working with all the time, and you just decide, you know what, I'm gonna date somebody in my company and throw everything away. I don't, that maybe it's happened like once or twice and it kind of got pushed under wraps, but I don't think that's ever really happened, because that's just an insane choice to make. Yeah, like you say, yeah, dating fans is also crazy. The thing, I think it's, the funnier thing to me is I think from a fan perspective, you probably have a lot better chances with somebody who will at least talk to guys on stream than somebody who won't even do that in terms of who's actually gonna pick you. But at the same time, I get it, because a lot of it, you know, I don't think those people are actually sitting there hoping that they've got a real shot. It's like the suspension of disbelief. It's the fantasy, you know? I get it. I totally get it. Even though I don't agree with it, I understand it. I don't bash anybody for what they want to enjoy. I just wish that they wouldn't step on other people's feet so much about it sometimes, you know? I wish. Because, like, something I think about sometimes is, like, as a guy in the content creation sphere, like, I don't think twice about interacting with women. But I also don't think twice about if women don't want to interact with me. And especially when I look in, like, the Hololive, like, sphere, because that's, I think, probably where it's more or less the worst, I would imagine. Holostars is all, like, smaller for the most part, right? They're big creators in the grand scheme of things, but Hololive is massive, so, like, the girls are a lot bigger. So from that perspective, as a guy, the girls don't gain anything from collabing with you numerically, right? On paper, there's not, like, a business reason to do it. But there are a loud minority, and there's, like, 90% of your audience, at least probably, would love to see you collab anyway, because it would be vibes, it would be funny, you'd get some good clips, it would just be a good time. But there's, like, that 5, probably not even 5%, that are the big time spenders, because they really live for that escape, who will get really angry at you if you do it. And they could all financially afford to just be like, yeah, you know what, fuck those people, like, I'm just gonna do what I want anyway, and some of them do. But I can't necessarily fault the people who just aren't interested in dealing with all of that, because there's not a benefit for them. If they don't actively want to do the collabs, there's no, like, objective reason for them to do it, right? So I really hope that the culture shifts in a way where it can kind of remove some of the like barriers of entry for men in like those kind of mixed spaces. I think it would be really cool to see that progression. I think it is happening that way too, slowly. I don't think we're there yet, but I think in the next few years it'll probably mellow out a lot more. Just as everything is becoming more westernized, I think that the culture is shifting a bit. But I also understand that like idol culture is a big thing and all of that. I still, you know, like as much as I don't really consume idol content, I kind of do. I kind of like it, you know, like not in the way of like I'm sitting there like, yes, this is the perfect person and I want to date them and they better not have anybody else in their life. You know, like I think that's unhealthy, obviously, but at the same time, you know, like I think from an idealistic perspective, I love the idea of idols. I have a lot of people that I look up to like that. And I even market myself like that, you know? Out of this world virtual idol. I mostly just thought it was a creative pun. And then I realized that there was no good way I could figure out to translate it into Japanese, because I can't find a saying that is equivalent to out of this world. I tried so hard. And I ended up just kind of getting like VTuber from outer space. which is still cool enough, I guess. But it's not the same. It loses the nuance. I feel like a bad localizer. Which is not surprising because I'm not that fluent at Japanese by any means, but sometimes I wonder, there's just rules I don't understand. Cause like now that I'm more experienced with stuff, I was thinking about it the other day. I would I think I have like currently like utsu kara no or like utsu kara kita no, so like I came from space or whatever. I'm wondering if you used utsu yori, but I think yori in that context, because yori usually means like more than, right? So like sore yori could be like more than that, or like yeah, it'd be like more than that because sore is like that or whatever, right? But I think in that context, yori actually is more like to, like you're like sending somewhere. I don't know, man. I haven't studied Japanese in months. I had like a 4-month streak where I was studying every day for a couple hours because I was studying for the N3, and then I forgot to sign up for the test, so I never actually got certified. But I haven't really studied since then. Like, I kind of hit that level, and I was like, you know what? I'm good for now. Originally, I was like, I'm gonna get my N2 this year. I'm gonna grind it out. And then content creation ended up being a lot more effort than I anticipated, and I kind of chose that over making time to study every day. I probably could, but I think I would burn out really badly if I tried. Because studying every day is hard, man. It's a lot of information to take in. And the other side of the coin is it's difficult, because I live in Canada, so like I barely ever get the opportunity to actually speak the language, you know? I've studied it a lot. I use it in like messaging and like emails and stuff when I'm working with people from Japan, or if I used to try and write Japanese songs sometimes, but my Japanese isn't really good enough for that, to be honest. I tried to do one for the EP. I was talking to a Japanese friend. To be fair, it was more complex than I probably should have been going for, and I just couldn't get the translation the way I wanted. I was like, ah, fuck this, I'm gonna just do English songs. But one of my songs has like a small, like there's a couple Japanese words that I snuck in my verse. Like I made a punchline with it that was like a double, kind of. It was cool. I'm excited I can't wait to share the EP with people, man. I'm so excited. I'm probably gonna try and spend some time after stream today working on one of my other songs for it, because I have 2 left that I need to finish. But I also need to Splatoon practice because the tournament's in 2 days. And I literally changed what weapon I was using last night. When does it come out? I don't have a hard date, but I'm hoping by the end of July I can finish it. Although I also am not 100% sure what, like, getting in touch with publishers is gonna be like. Like, when I say publishers, I mean like something like distributors. That's something about DistroKid or like TuneCore or something like that. I have to sign up for. I'll definitely be promoting it as soon as I have a date. I'll be, you know, I can show you guys the EP. The EP cover art is so beautiful. I can't wait to share it. I can't wait until I have a date so that I can start doing promotional things and show the cover. Because I worked with an artist I've never worked with before, and they did such an insane job on the cover. It looks so awesome. I have so many things that are like pushed back that I need to do. There was in the middle of June, I had another soft singing ASMR that I was supposed to put out that I never that my PC broke while I was basically in the middle of like getting through the recording process for that. So I have to redo that. So one of these days, maybe on Sunday when I have like a free day kind of, cuz I probably won't be streaming on Sunday. I'll see if I can record that, and then next Sunday I can put it out as a video probably. Cuz I have another commission coming in for my next soft singing ASMR soon as well. It should be like in the next week, I think. I like doing the soft singing ASMR, man. I wonder if one day I'll actually bite the bullet and buy an ASMR mic. I definitely can't justify it right now, but when content creation is earning me, if I get to a point anyway where I'm like doing a decent amount of money, like maybe at some point in a couple years or something, I can afford to like do a donathon or something. Maybe I'll put like an ASMR mic as a donation goal or something. That'd be really cool. Or maybe before that I'll just spend my own money on it if I like get a stint of interest where it like scratches my ADHD and I'm like, yes, I need, buy, and then make ASMR, me spam. Caveman brain fixation. Cause sometimes I get that for stuff. Although to be fair, I would be pretty surprised if I get that for ASMR. But I would want to do more, I don't know. I don't listen to it a lot anymore, but I occasionally use it. And I used it a lot when I was still in high school, because I used to be so much more stressed back in high school. And I remember what I would do is I would literally, there was these, the only creator I ever knew who really did it was Okayu. At least back in the day, I think she was the only one that I know of that did it. Okayu would make these soft singing ASMR streams that were just so like relaxing. I loved them so much. And out of like pure stress, what I would do is I couldn't lay comfortably with my headphones on in my bed. So I would just have like a pile of clothes, like laundry, just on my floor, and I would literally lay on my floor and just nap for like an hour. It was not the greatest time in my life, not gonna lie. But it was very, very helpful at getting me to relax. I don't know why it was easier to sleep on the floor than in my bed for me when I did that, but it just worked. Rolled in pain? Maybe that would have worked better. Maybe. I feel like... I don't even know how to explain this. I can't sleep on my back or my front, right? And I always have like over-ear headphones. And I don't know why, but I can feel like the difference in how much it was pushing in a lot more in my bed than I could when I was just laying on like a pile of clothes. And I actually don't know why that is. Maybe like... maybe my body just levels out easier that way. Like the pillow being like more elevated makes me put more pressure on the ear that I'm laying on. Maybe that could just be completely capped, but it's like the best idea I can think of why it would work like that. I don't know, man. I don't have the science. I don't know the technology involved in explaining that, but for whatever reason, those floor naps would be hidden. Nowadays, I almost never nap, but when I do, I crash. Like, I can't nap unless I'm horribly sleep deprived, and I'm like just not even trying to nap. I'll just be like hanging out in the living room, Usually I'll be like laying with my dad or something, and then I just crash like mid-convo. I just fall asleep. I feel like that's most of the time that I nap. Or I'll be like dead tired. I come home, I'm just like, I just want to lay down for a sec, and I hit my bed and I just fall asleep for like 3 or 4 hours. But I have to be like exhausted for that to happen. I almost never nap nowadays. Yeah, if you get bad pillows, it can be tough. I have some like okay pillows, I think. I don't know. I don't mind them. They're like fairly comfy. And I think the biggest game changer for me with sleeping well is I got a body pillow. Not like, I don't use like a body pillow cover or anything stupid like that. I didn't buy it for like merch reasons. I always was one of those people that would like sleep while hugging a pillow, but the pillow is too small. A regular pillow is too small. I can't get my legs and my arms around it. So now that I have an actual like, calling it a body pillow feels wrong because the connotation, my brain is tainted with cursed knowledge. So, now that I have a long pillow, a generic, unassuming, long pillow, now I can like sleep easier because of it. It is a lot more comfortable for me though anyway. I definitely felt like it was very, very nice for me. Chicken nugget shaped chair pillows. Chair pillow? Like a beanbag type thing? I assume not. Not like a beanie chair. I don't even know what else it would be. I don't even think I know what kind of pillow you're talking about. Or I guess like it just kind of dips in. Like there's a more elevated part of it or whatever. Not a body pillow. Yeah, exactly. One of these days, I'm gonna like lose a bet with someone and I'm gonna have to have a body pillow cover or some shit. You put it on the back of your chair to support. Oh, one of those. Oh yeah, those are good. I don't have one that like sticks out like that with like little wings, but my I have like an office chair that I got from IKEA, so it's like an ergonomic thing. And there's like a little extra cushion that's placed in the back part of the seat like that for better like back support. That being said, my sitting posture is so chaotic that it does nothing half the time. Probably. Okay, maybe not half the time, but I don't know. I don't know if it's like my ADHD or just me being weird, but I love to sit really weirdly. Like, I always will be sitting with my legs up on my chair, and I'll like sit with my leg down on one side. Like it's like, imagine you're sitting cross-legged in a chair, except only the left leg is cross-legged and the right one is just like pointing upwards, like you're sitting with your knees up at your chest. I don't know why this is my default sitting posture in my brain. It just is. I remember the first time that any of my friends found out was they were asking to see me like do hand cam when I was playing a rhythm game. They started saying that I was sitting like I was doing yoga and they were making fun of my posture. It was really funny, not gonna lie. Like, it sounds mean when I say it out loud, but it was really funny. I don't know, I just got that like monk stature in the chair. Day I get office worker posture is the day my soul dies. Damn right it is, yeah. How am I supposed to just sit there with my legs down and everything like straight? It's like so boring. Where's the bouncing? Where's the like randomly just being able to like, I don't know, I just feel more physically engaged. I have to be in like such a vegetative state to just sit in like regular posture for long periods of time. Maybe this was why I was so tired at school all the time. Because I hate sitting like that, but you have to sit like that. I can't sit in the epic way in school. You know what? I'm not going to chalk everything up to that. But it might be a factor that I never considered until right now. This is a revelation that we're having right here. This is a crazy revelation. Oh, you're also ADHD? Honestly, maybe. It does seem like an ADHD thing to me. Like, it would check out. I'm, like, more inattentive type with ADHD, so I'm not usually, like, bouncing off the walls and everything. But at the same time, I definitely still feel it. Like, I'll just be bouncing my knees and my feet, like, really hard out of nowhere. Like, fidgeting with something. I have... You know those, like... phone holder clamp things for taking pictures that you can like stretch it out to clamp onto your phone and then like hold it out to take a picture. I think it might just be like a tripod extension actually, now that I think about it. This might not even be meant to be like a handheld one. I have one of those that I'm just literally fidgeting with right now that I didn't even notice until I started like thinking about it. I'm just pushing the clamp back and forth. I've always got something, man. I got like a pair of like scissors at my desk that I just like to stick my fingers through the like holding spots and like fling it around. I have another clamp thing, pencil. Anything in hand's reach is not safe from being a fidget toy. It's my own antsiness. I just gotta have something in my hands. It's always so weird to me that I didn't realize that I was ADHD until I was an adult, because in hindsight, it is so painfully obvious. Like, I still remember when I finally got into doing the testing, I got like a cancellation appointment off of someone. And I went in, and by the end of the conversation, the person was like, "You are like very ADHD." And like, like they were just... Like, they were super, like, convinced. I aced that test, let me tell you. Passed with flying colors. But I never even thought about it until I was, like, probably 17 or 18. I never even considered it. And I just thought about it, and I was like, you know what? That makes sense. Because, you know, I don't even think I learned about attentive versus inattentive type ADHD until that time in my life, you know? Because nobody talks about it. Nobody at all talks about it, and especially like not up until a few years ago. Like, it's a much more recent point of conversation, I feel like, to talk about like different, like more complex topics in mental health. Back in the day, ADHD, it just, you know, it's just like a kid that can't control themselves. Kid that don't listen. Always gotta be moving around and making everything loud or about themselves or whatever. When in reality, it's like, no, that's not the only, like, thing that ADHD classifies as, you know? And you fly under the radar, too. Because when you're ADHD, but good at school, if you can meet those two benchmarks, then instead of, like, actually getting extra attention to, like, benefit your learning, they're gonna be like, oh, this kid's doing good. I'm gonna let you do your thing over there. And you end up, like, building the habit of, like, procrastinating your work until you just get in that, like, deadline panic god mode state where you can just blitz everything out at, like, the last minute and get it all done. Which is a fantastic strategy until it's not. It takes you a long way, but it only takes you so far. Yeah, exactly. Like, in hindsight, it's so obvious to me, and like, it's crazy that nobody even noticed. But it flies under the radar for a lot of people, you know? Definitely more than people realize. I think there's a lot of people that wanna, you know, like, there's like this culture now, I guess, of people like on social media wanting to be different and like pretending that they have mental illness that they don't, or like over exaggerating it and things like that. But I think way more than that, and way bigger of a problem that people should actually give a damn about, is the amount of people that actually do have like different needs than the average like neurotypical person that don't realize it just because they're getting along okay enough in life. Like, after learning how to make like schedules and lists of things to do and like how to properly motivate myself, and I'm still learning, right? But sort of learning to work with my ADHD as like a parameter to work within, instead of just working like a normal person and brute forcing through it despite my ADHD. It's like a massive shift in like productivity. It changed my life. Yeah, exactly. I think that it's about the same for me. I never actually went to college. Technically, I didn't even finish high school. I just got my equivalency, but I was honors roll, so like I would have finished high school fine. I think I could have probably finished either all 70s with basically no studying, or like all 80s with a little bit of studying with grade 12. But I already knew, like, not only did I not really want to go to college, at least not at this point in my life, but like, even if I did, I would just get destroyed. Excuse me, I would just get destroyed because I have no study habits at all. Like, learning Japanese was actually really helpful for me because I was interested enough that it taught me to study a bit more. You know, I had to learn some studying skills and like building in that kind of routineness for it. Whereas with like stuff that I'm not as interested in, I would have no skills to brute force through it or like motivate myself other than, hey, like this thing is due. You know, I would like, what I would always do is they would give you homework questions or projects or whatever, and I would immediately read through everything, think about it a little bit, and I would be like, this will probably take me however long, like, I don't know, let's say an hour, right? This will probably take me an hour. And so what I would do is I'd think about what I'm gonna like answer for everything without actually doing any of it for like the next 5 days. If it's doing like 6 days, let's say it's doing 6 days, I'd spend 5 days idly thinking about exactly how I'd answer but not putting anything down. And then on the last day, I would wait until an hour and a half before, because I think it'll take me 1 hour, and then I would do it all in that last hour and a half. Because if I didn't have the time pressure to work, I literally couldn't motivate myself to do it. And in hindsight, not realizing something was wrong with me for being that way is kind of insane. That it took me so long to catch on to any semblance of an explanation for that. But they never teach you, exactly. They should teach you the skills, but they don't. I, like, honest to God, I think that the school system has a lot of problems, but for most, like, average people, it's fine. But for ADHD people, you have to really learn how to, like, thrive in that environment. It's hard, man. Like, you can absolutely do fantastic in school with ADHD. But you're playing a fundamentally different game from everybody else, and nobody else is going to teach you how to play it. You gotta, like, put in the work to, like, learn the proper skills to get around stuff, and you gotta, like, take a good amount of time, like, finding the information and sort of tweaking it to your own needs. Because you can't just do everything the way that everybody else does it, even though school is almost treated like this sort of, like, assembly line where you just make a billion people go through it the exact same way, and all that changes is whatever subject they happen to be studying, you know, like everybody kind of does the same thing. But you're like the, you know, you could look at it as being like a defective product or whatever, but I think it's more like you're like a different model. You can do the exact same thing, but, you know, maybe you gotta, like, approach it a different way, right? You know, maybe everybody else is driving automatic, but you gotta do stick shift or something. Like, I don't have a good metaphor for what I'm trying to say, but I think that there's a lot of really Cool stuff. On the school counselors, I found out about my ADHD in a psych class. I wish that I found out about mine in psych. I would have figured it out earlier than how it actually went. Because I went through psych class and I never realized. I don't even know if we talked about ADHD that much. I don't remember anymore. But that psych was a great class though. My t-shirt was amazing in that year. But yeah, I think ADHD, depending on how you you work around it, I think it can literally be a competitive advantage sometimes. Like, there's some really, like, cool untapped stuff and, like, energy that you have to work with ADHD. The problem is channeling it. Channeling it is by far the hardest part. And building the right habits and routines to actually, like, get things done consistently and not just like out of sheer panic because you have to or whatever is really hard and takes a lot of work and a lot of like motivation and dedication and just patience with yourself. But if you can crack that personal code, I think that you have potential to do things in a way that the average person can't, which is really cool. And when you think about it like that, it stops being so much of like a disability and more just like a difference. It's an opportunity. It's cool that way. That's the mental I try to have about it, because I genuinely like, something that I've at least personally observed is that if you look at content creation and like artistic fields in general, but especially like YouTube and streamers and stuff like that, I swear to God, everybody got ADHD, man. Like, it is a like disproportionately high amount of people. It is really like weird. But if you think about it, it makes perfect sense. Because as soon as you can get yourself to actually do the work, if you can actually like get a workflow going for yourself, you have a better understanding of attention or like the lack of it and like the fleeting nature of it than anybody else. You know what I mean? You have such a good like interpretation of how that like corner of the mind works because you've been living with it dialed up to 100 for your entire life. So all you have to do is kind of figure out how you play around with that. And I think that it's a really cool difference. Yes, that too. ADHD people can talk forever. But I think it applies to a lot different career fields too. Like, I think people with ADHD can make great teachers in a lot of different things because you get really good at running over your thoughts over and over and over and refining your like systems of thinking, and then you can explain it really well. And like you're good with like variety. I think in general jobs where like you work in the same sort of like fundamental skill set, but the application is ever like always sort of changing. You're doing different kinds of projects and things like that. I think that is where like the ADHD brain thrives, is like my best understanding and like experience, is where you can kind of like play around with it because it's engaging enough that like it's easy to be motivated and work, but you still do want that like consistent framework of like skill and like that routineness, I guess, is helpful for me anyway. But you know, at the same time, I would hate myself if I did an office job where my job is like the same thing day in, day out, like over and over and over. I know there's some people that can like kind of mentally have like that sort of separation between like, okay, I go to work, I make my money, and then I come home and I live my life after that point. And that's dope, and I think that that's a totally valid way to live, and if you can do it that way, it's actually probably a lot easier and more like less stressful to live that way. But for me, maybe I'm just a child. Maybe I'm just a little baby and I can't handle the real world. But like, I can do it that way, but that's not the life I want to live though, you know what I mean? I like trying to work on things where I actively like, even if it's like hard to get started, I actually enjoy like what I'm doing and I feel like I'm making a difference with something. I like doing that for me. That being said, I can only afford to do that for so long before I have to start sort of compromising, but But yeah, exactly. Having like meaning to what you're doing helps a lot with motivation, I think. This has been a very long ADHD tangent, but this is cool. I don't know if I've ever had anybody else with ADHD in my chat. It's refreshing. It's nice to be able to have this conversation with somebody who understands. It's really cool. That being said, I have some other stuff that I should probably start working on tonight, given that I also need to do practice. Is my team already talking about practice yet? Nope. Okay, I can still have some time to work. I should probably hop off for the night. Yeah, I'm still easing back into it. Tomorrow's stream will probably be quite a bit longer. Well, I guess I don't know. Tomorrow's stream is Elden Ring. I'm gonna do Millennia, and then if I have time, I'll try to do the Elden Beast as well, because I think that's the only 2 bosses I have left. And then I can start the DLC, but I don't want to start the DLC tomorrow. So I want that to be like its own stream, I guess. So I'll do Elden Ring for however long it takes me tomorrow. And then Saturday will be the Splatoon tournament. That one's going to be at 1 p.m. instead of the usual 5 p.m. Eastern time slot. I don't have a schedule prepared for this week. I'll probably get back to streaming with schedules next week. But Sunday is usually my day off too, so that'll probably be the same. I'm gonna keep trying to like get back on making YouTube shorts and stuff like that as well. But whoa, why is the chat backwards? Am I tripping? Am I wholeheartedly tripping, or is the chat literally backwards? Was it backwards on the other split? Boom. What does that say? Don't do the ending yet, because with the flame ending, you get locked out of New Game 1. I don't know what New Game 1 is. Wait, what is New Game 1? I have no idea what that even means. Good luck. Thank you, Calico. Thank you. Also, hello. What time? Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I'll figure it out. I'll Google it. New Game Plus? Oh, okay. That's fine, bro. I don't care. I'm gonna get whatever ending I get, man. It's whatever. If I gotta start fresh next time I want to do a new playthrough, it's fine. Instantly put into New Game Plus, so you have to progress again. Oh. Oh. I don't know. We'll talk about it tomorrow on stream. You will when you want to end the DLC. Okay. Well, we'll talk about it tomorrow. We'll figure it out. Anyway, I'm a bounce for tonight. Thanks everybody who popped in at any point. Anybody lurking, just hanging out, chatting. Appreciate you. I'm gonna go work on some other stuff for the night. But I'll see you tomorrow at 5 p.m. for Elden Ring. I'll put up the waiting room whenever I get time to make the thumbnail for it. All right. Bye-bye, everyone. Bye-bye.